Hey, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really? Because my spidey senses are telling me you're lying to your big brother.
August, what are you talking about? I said I'm fine, so you can tell your spidey senses they're wrong.
So what was that face you made when you walked in the door?
What face?
The face that said, I hate everybody in here.
No, that wasn't the look.
So there was a look. What's up? Talk to me.
I don't hate everybody. I just hate being a charity case around here. Like, I don't need a welcome home party every time I come home from the hospital. If anything, I feel like everybody hates me.
River, stop it. All right, why would you say something like that?
Because I'm living it, August. You wouldn't even understand, so I'm sorry.
You're right. I understand, actually. I mean, not like that, but I understand what it's like to live a life where everybody thinks they know how you feel. Every time I take the court, I'm expected to be this big star, and between me and you, I hate that shit.
But you're so good at basketball.
I mean, I love basketball, don't get me wrong. But I love it for the love of the game. Not the flashing lights, the fans, all the interviews, and all the fake smiles I have to give when signing autographs. But everybody thinks they know how I feel and that I love this life, and actually I hate it.
So you don't want to go to the NBA anymore?
Of course I do. What are you, crazy? I'm just saying.
Well, I guess you understand me a little bit.
Yeah, somewhat.
So, does this mean you don't want me cheering you on tomorrow at your game?
Hey, you better always be my biggest fan, you hear me?
Yeah. But can I ask you one more question?
Of course.
What's up with Manny?
Oh, real.
What?
You just have to kill the vibe.
Answer the question, August!
All right. So, hello everyone. We are here. We are here. You guys know that we are live tonight. So, before we go any further, I want you guys to go ahead and like the page. If you are watching on Facebook, if you are on YouTube, go ahead and make sure that you are following because I do this all the time over here on Tam Telling Tales. Okay. And then, of course, share this video. Tonight, we're going to be talking to the cast of A Family Divided, streaming now on Tubi as well as on Amazon Prime, I do believe. So, everybody, go ahead and make sure that you are sharing this for us because we're going to have us a good time tonight. I'm going to talk about a few things, okay? Hey, Stacy, we see you over there in the comment section. How you doing tonight? So everybody, I'm Tam Telling Tales. You guys know who I am, or maybe you don't know who I am. And if you don't, I'm about to tell you who I am. Tam Telling Tales is a platform that is dedicated to books and entertainment. And on this evening, I have again the cast of A Family Divided, as well as the executive producer. So, everyone, please say hello in the virtual world to Miss Madison Coates, Mr. Joseph Phillips, and executive producer Renika McQueen Echols. How y'all doing tonight?
I'm good.
Y'all good? Okay, great. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to make sure that everybody knows who you guys are, of course. So let me get you guys highlighted here. Boom, there we go. And so first off, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Madison. So she is a cultivated heroine who pays great attention to detail and admires constructive criticism. Her training has equipped her for both the theatrical and cinematic arena, making her an ideal actress for any project. Hey again, Madison.
Hey, y'all.
Next up, we have Mr. Joseph G. Phillips Jr. And he is an American actor known for his role as August Livingston in the film A Family Divided and Marcus Young in the stage play Beat the Streets. Joseph is from Detroit, Michigan, and has been acting professionally since 2018. Joseph has other films on Tubi, such as Sons of a Preacher, Gotcha, and Come Back Home. Some of Joseph's upcoming projects set to release include A Promise Kept, Don't Judge Me, the Judge Mathis story, Reverse, the miniseries, and Memorabilia. Everybody again say hello to Mr. Joseph Phillips Jr. And then last but certainly not least, we have writer, producer, director of 3 films, Deceitful Passions, Cain and Abel, and of course, A Family Divided, with a new series, The Stranger in My House, in post-production. She's a married mother of 5 and former career was actually in corrections for 17 years. In 2021 of July, she quit and film became her new full-time career. Everybody say hello to Miss Renika McQueen Echols. All right, y'all. So, woo, I know that was a lot, right? But don't y'all feel all important and stuff? I was reading through your stuff. I said, ooh, they so fancy. I like it. So, guys, at the beginning of all of the shows, I will typically play a game I call Preferences. And so I'm going to ask you guys a few questions. I'm going to go along the road. We'll start with you, Joseph, and you just tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a little bit more seasoned than y'all. Okay, man? I'm a little bit more seasoned. So these questions, if you don't know what I'm talking about, be like, pass. Okay? All right. I'm going to start off easy, though. West side or east side?
West side. East side. I'm sorry, east side.
What?
East side, yeah.
How you in know?
Cause I was born on the west side, but my dad from the east side.
Okay, all right. I'll let you go to the east side.
Yeah.
All right, Renika.
East side all day because I'm born and raised.
Okay.
West side.
Yes.
Yes.
Another easy one, iPhone or Android?
iPhone all day.
iPhone.
Android.
Oh,
I see you.
listen.
I see you. I'm over here chair like I ain't got an iPhone. I still got an iPhone. Okay. Okay, next question. So we're gonna see what y'all say. Jay-Z or Nas? I know
I'm really not a fan of either of them for real.
Wait a minute.
I'm saying Nas. I feel like Jay-Z overrated. I'm gonna say Nas.
Okay.
Gosh, man, we have so much in common because I mean, not that I ride around with either of their music, but I would prefer Jay-Z over Nas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take Nas. I know I can't. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's I like that one too. Okay. Let's see. Martin or Fresh Prince?
Now that's tough.
Mhm.
I gotta go with Martin though.
Martin.
Martin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Martin.
Sorry.
I love Will, but Martin.
I got you. Okay. How about Power or Ghost Power Book 2?
I don't watch either, but I'm gonna say that's kind of tough.
You didn't see the first season of Power?
Nah, I couldn't get into it. I'm gonna say Power because of Ghost.
Okay.
Definitely Power. Ghost was so fine.
Yeah.
It'd be Power for me. That's what started it.
Okay. Fair enough. Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
I'm too old. Instagram. I mean, I go on TikTok, but Instagram.
Just because you don't know what the next video is gonna be on TikTok, you gotta be prepared. I would say Instagram.
Instagram. Okay. I feel that. Okay, and then this is the last question. Tales on Tales or any other platform?
Parents on Tales.
None of y'all.
So,
I'm just teasing. Sam, we with you. We
Okay.
with you. We with you.
Bet. Let's stop
I'm just teasing.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for playing along. And so now we are going to move on a little bit. We want to make sure, of course, that everyone who is watching, make sure that you are, again, sharing this video and that you have liked and subscribed and all that good stuff, right? And so I want to start off with you, Renika, and just tell us a little bit about your history. You got a little bit more than the others, so let you start off first.
My history, far as do you mean in film or just in general?
I want you to start in general because I know you in the art started before film because you were writing beforehand. So why don't you start there?
Yeah, so basically I've been writing since I was a little girl. That's where it started at. I've always written short stories, poetry, different things like that. And it was just a way for me to, when I was little, I was very emotional. And so I used to write a lot of things down because growing up in my time, emotions was like, you know what I'm saying, like older parents and people, they wasn't emotional. So I just used to write it down. But I wrote my first book and self-published it under my own publishing company in 2007, which was Deceitful Passions. And that's where it started, I guess.
Okay. And then from Deceitful Passions, the book, you transitioned into film?
Into film many years later. It was like 12 years later. I turned it into a movie. It was my first movie. That's how I got into the film industry.
And then you just been here with the films ever since.
Yeah, once I did that, I was like, hey, I kind of like this. And so I just been on go mode ever since.
Oh, okay then. Well, let's shift on over to Madison, and why don't you tell us a little bit about how you started in the entertainment industry?
I started maybe when I was about 7 or 8. And I started out on stage.
Okay.
So it was this teacher who used to like always pick on me. He's actually like my mentor to this day. But I guess it was in way of trying to get me out of my shell because I was like very quiet. I didn't even say here for attendance. Quiet. Like it was bad. And he asked my parents like I want to put her in something, and they were just like we're gonna ask her and see what happens. You know, they put me in, and I played the younger version of the lead character. And I got on that stage, them lights struck. I was like, oh yeah, this is it. I like this. I was like, yeah, so I was stage struck, and that was it for me.
Stage. Okay, so question for you: do you like stage or film better?
It's hard because you enjoy stage for the instant gratification. You know, the talk back and all that kind of stuff is like right there. Yeah. But film, it's like a playback. You can always, you know, anytime you mess up or anything, it's like, okay, it's okay, cut. We just gonna shift it. Okay, we're gonna do it again. You can't do that on stage. On stage, it's like you mess up, you better help somebody else, your scene partner, whoever, know how to pick that up.
Yeah, how they look at you like, oh, they forgot that line.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta be on top of your stuff. I think that when you start on stage, it definitely helps when you transition into film. It seems like it's probably an easier adjustment. Yeah, I know you, Joseph. You've been on stage, are currently on stage as well. So, same question for you. Tell us about how you got started.
I grew up in church. I've been a church kid all my life. I grew up doing church plays. But high school, I always knew I wanted to act. But like in high school, I was like still shy. I had stage fright real bad. So after I graduated from high school, I just said I'm just gonna go full-fledged with it. I took some acting classes, and then a buddy of mine from high school, he wanted to go into film too, so he cast me as the lead for his first feature film. So I did that, and then I think a year later, that's when I got Family Divided, and I've been going ever since.
Okay, come on in, Judge Mathis. I be saying the stuff. So Tell me, Joseph, about the first time that you guys all came together as the cast of A Family Divided. What that experience was like.
The first time that I can remember, I believe, was the table read, and I remember I pulled up I was on the street. Madison was in the parking lot in like the driveway, and I remember just walking up. I was nervous. This was my first big like industry thing for Detroit, and I was like, it's just I put more pressure on myself because I knew Kamal, he had a name for himself, and I knew I wanted to audition for Cain and Abel, but I wasn't a twin, so I had knew about Renika. So yeah, I walked up to the door, and Madison, she just looked at me. She's like, your brother and sister, you about to do this. And then like my nerves just kind of chilled down. I remember sitting at the table, we all read for the first time, and it was magical. And I just remember Renika just saying like all the expectations she had for us, and I just wanted to make her proud. I know we all did. Yeah. She spoke big things about the film, and it was really a passion project for her, and I like that.
Oh,
she chose us for it.
well, aww. How about you, Madison? Was it the same magical feeling for you as well?
Yeah, it was. Because this was actually, like, Joe and I in this film is kind of like co-leads. So it was like tit for tat. And so I think even when we got the call that we had even gotten the part, it was like a heart thumper for a minute. And it was like, okay, all right. And then when we got to the table read, me, I've kind of gotten out of my shell of being quiet too much. So I like to make people feel welcome. So like meeting him for the first time, I was just like, you got to get that going. You know, you have to get it. It helps to like start the relationship to make it like a smooth transition into actually portraying brother and sister. So I was like, okay, we gotta pull this. We gotta make it work.
And y'all definitely did. Y'all came together and pulled that together quite well. Okay, because y'all had all of the social media groups abuzz. Okay, every time you turned around, as soon as it dropped, that's all you saw was A Family Divided. A Family Divided. And before I kind of go into some of my feelings about the film and talk to you guys about that, I would love it, Renika, if you would just give us just like a short synopsis of the film for those who may not have seen it just yet.
So, A Family Divided is about a loving family with a healthy environment, healthy relationship that loves each other, you know, has each other back, sacrifices, and they've always pretty much been a tight-knit family. But something happens within the family to their children that makes them have to make a decision, like a decision no parent ever wants to make. And that's when Madison River steps in with her strength and decides she's going to make the decision for the whole family, and they are divided on the decision that she's made. So it causes some conflict within the family, something they normally don't have.
That was a great synopsis, girl.
Oh, thank you.
That was perfect. Especially the beginning part where you see a very like loving, healthy family, because that was probably the one thing that attracted me the most to the film was that we could see every generation represented in the film, and they were coherent. They were healthy. They were loving. They were supportive. You know, and I appreciate us being able to see those types of families, especially in the independent film world, because sometimes it can get a little saturated with some other things. And so for those of us who maybe desire something different,
well,
it definitely gets
that because a lot of people say that, like, we want to see something different, but then when you put out something different, sometimes they don't receive it well. It's boring or it's slow, or they can't relate to it because of their backgrounds or their history, or maybe they didn't come from a healthy, loving family. So, you know, for them to see something like that, it might be cheesy for them or whatever, but A Family Divided has been received so well. You know, of course you have your critics, but it doesn't matter. Tyler Perry said the critics don't matter, it's the audience for your work that matters. So,
and usually critics watch your work in order to criticize. So of course, you know, as they say, bad publicity is good. Any publicity is good publicity. And so, but the one thing I will say is that with this film, it was a little hard to give it bad. I mean, for the reasons that you said, but you know, everything isn't for everybody, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It was for me though.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was for me. It was reminiscent of the family that I came up in and the families of my friends. So I think that was probably one of the more relatable movies that I've watched in recent day on Tubi. So,
and I'm gonna say this: I think because these two were raised so well, from what I've seen and what I've gotten to know, and just meeting his mother and just the way they carry themselves, I think that's why it was so easy for them to jump into their characters and do such a great job, because they really were already being the type of people that they really are in the film. So I want to say that too, because everybody's like, they did amazing, and they did, but I mean, they really are good young people, just like they were on the film. That's who they are in real life.
Shout out to y'all parents. Right.
Yeah, most definitely shout out to their parents. I love his mother. Yeah.
Shout out mom. Shout out parents. Because that does matter. It's interesting too, because in doing this, you do get to see a lot of the parents of the younger actors, and I don't know if it's like a Detroit thing or what, but they all seem to be on top of their stuff. They babies be together. They be right. They be smart. They be articulate. They be prepared. Yeah. Mamas and daddies don't play that. You know, they some of the biggest professionals. Yeah. Yeah, they be on set. They be there. They like, nah, you know, just with their children. So I'm a mother, so I definitely can respect it and I can understand it. And I know how I am about my children, so. Yes, all about your baby.
Yes.
Now, so the name of your production company is
Chase and Connor.
Chase and Connor. Is that relevant in any way as far as the names?
Yes, it is. My two boys. I have three boys, but the name comes from my two younger sons, Chase and Connor. Chase is 14 and Connor is 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. See? Mama love her baby.
I do.
Now, as far as this film goes, was it something that you kind of came up with? Was it your idea? Did someone present the idea for the film to you, and you was like, I like that, and I want to back it? How did that go?
I've never done any work that anybody has presented to me. Okay. Anything that I do, it will come from my mind. And so one day I was just sitting there and stuff just kind of popped up in my head. And I think it was a story that popped up in my head, and I was like, I want to do it. And then as far as the illnesses, when I came up with the illness, one of the things, my mother-in-law, she had kidney disease, or, you know, my biological father has it. He's in stage 5. So that's where that came from. And then I ain't gonna tell the rest, because if they haven't seen it, then watch it. But
okay.
Yeah, it's my idea that came up. Just something that came up. I haven't did anything that anybody else has given me. I probably won't either.
Okay.
For a long time.
Understood. So, Madison, your role was, it was intense. It was intense, and you executed so very well.
Thank you.
But it was definitely heavy. And I am curious how you prepared to play a role like
that. So upon coming on set, I tried to find my quiet place. So the first couple of days we shot in a house, and so I went all the way up in a way. Yes. All the way up, and then I actually went up and in the closet. So I would just to try to get myself into certain headspaces and mind frames to be able to try to portray this. But also growing up with somebody who's actually very close to me, having this particular ailment as well, and watching how he dealt with it and how he was going through it and things like that, that really played a part in how I was able to visually see it, and then how to actually physically show that for myself as River. So that really helped me.
And again, I say you executed well. I mean, my little heart was just. Oh. Now, Joseph. Again, the subject matter is very heavy, and I'm just curious. after you have, you know, the type of scenes that you guys had, because you had some great conversations and monologue parts, how did you guys kind of lighten the spirits back up on set?
Well, first things first, with Renika just making jokes on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, she's funny.
Yeah, she's funny. Yeah, me cracking up every day. Like, that's what I was looking forward to going to set.
Yeah.
Like, especially in that house, we had a lot of good moments in our house. Yeah, so just, and we all knew the subject matter was heavy, so you just had to keep that light, the lightness of it in there. And then the food was great, so every time you got good food, you're gonna be happy. Yeah.
That food matter, don't it?
Yeah.
What was y'all eating?
Oh, I know he made this one. He made this shrimps.
I
Like some
knew you
shrimp
was gonna say
pasta. Oh, I was licking the plate. It was so good. Yeah,
Pasta.
it was so good. Shrimp. I was licking.
Shout out to the chef DeCaro.
Renika said, I'm gonna feed y'all good, so y'all better bring
Yeah.
y'all A guy.
Yeah, for
So
real.
play with it.
I'm gonna try to feed them good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And plus, like, with Madison and Brian, Sierra, we're all pretty much close in age. So, like, that was just all in within itself. We were able to relate to each other and just have fun. And did I know Brian? I think I met Brian there. Or I may have known him before. But, like, yeah, we were just all close in age, so it was cool to just chill after between takes. And Kamal was cool, too. He was a cool director. And it was just, when it was time to work, it was time to work and be heavy. But after that, let's be ourselves and just have fun.
Gotcha.
Making a movie is fun.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all did an excellent job, but definitely I was like, "Woo! How did they come out of that? How did they come out of that? Because it's heavy." So we're gonna go ahead and we are going to actually let you guys see another clip from the movie A Family Divided.
Hey, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really? Because my spidey senses are telling me you're lying to your big brother.
August, what are you talking about? I said I'm fine, so you can tell your spidey senses they're wrong.
So what was that face you made when you walked in the door?
What face?
The face that said, I hate everybody in here.
No, that wasn't the look.
So there was a look. What's up? Talk to me.
I don't hate everybody. I just hate being a charity case around here. Like, I don't need a welcome home party every time I come home from the hospital. If anything, I feel like everybody hates me.
River, stop it. All right, why would you say something like that?
Because I'm living it, August. You wouldn't even understand, so you... I'm sorry.
You're right. I understand, actually. I mean, not like that, but I understand what it's like to live a life where everybody thinks they know how you feel. Every time I take the court, I'm expected to be this big star, and between me and you, I hate that shit.
But you're so good at basketball.
I mean, I love basketball, don't get me wrong. But I love it for the love of the game. Not the flashing lights, the fans, all the interviews, and all the fake smiles I have to give when signing autographs. But everybody thinks they know how I feel and that I love this life, and actually I hate it.
So you don't want to go to the NBA anymore?
Of course I do. What are you, crazy? I'm just saying.
Well, I guess you understand me a little bit.
Yeah, somewhat.
So, does this mean you don't want me cheering you on tomorrow at your game?
Hey, you better always be my biggest fan, you hear me?
Yeah. But can I ask you one more question?
Of course.
What's up with Minnie?
Oh, really?
What?
You just have to kill the vibe.
Answer the question, August!
All right, you guys. So you just got done seeing a clip from the movie A Family Divided. So some of you have probably already seen it before because you watched the movie. Some of you may not have seen that clip because you didn't watch the movie. And I'm trying to figure out why. I don't know. I don't know why. But if you are someone who has not, then I strongly encourage you to do so because, listen, the film gets the 5 acrylic nails from your girl. So once you know I put my 5 on there, that means y'all got to go. Y'all got to watch the film, okay? So I'm sure you guys enjoyed that clip, and there were so many other great, amazing parts of the movie. Again, the whole film was wonderful, and I want to ask our guests what their favorite parts of the movie was. So, what was your favorite scene, Joseph?
My favorite scene has to be the basement scene where me and River are talking. That's my favorite scene. I ain't gonna lie. Or the last scene. Or the very last scene.
Whew. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna skip over to Madison. I'm curious what your favorite is.
You know what? I think it's during the last scene, like the flash part towards the end. That
The
right
montage.
there was that right there was like, okay. that was
It's coming.
yeah.
Well, you got another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And anytime I'm in the basketball uniform, like the basketball scenes are my favorite too.
Okay. You play basketball?
In 1 year in high school, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you good? You got some skills?
Nah.
I'm glad you admitted that.
Yeah.
You was out here trying to perpetrate a fraud. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's cool because you act well.
Thank you.
Okay. Basketball might not be your thing, but you act for it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So, Renika, how about you? What's your favorite if you can pick one?
If I could pick one, I would say the montage, but definitely the whole movie is my favorite. It's my baby, it's my heart. I feel like it is my best project yet, which I intend to get better after this. So, but I'm just super proud of it because it's just the whole movie. It's from my heart and it's something different. And I followed my heart as opposed to putting out the popular stuff. You know what I'm saying? So. But I definitely love the montage scene. It's very emotional for me.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Let me see. Let me think. What's my favorite? I asked y'all, what's my favorite? I ain't even. Dang. I think I like that dancing.
Oh,
I think I like that
dancing. Dancing. Well, that was crazy.
Wait.
Yeah, it was just crazy because when I was like, wait a minute. Everybody just had their own little, because we really didn't have a song for real. We just like told
Dance. So it wasn't no music playing. So y'all had a song in your own individual hit.
We ended up putting on for real, so I'm happy. But I mean, just Kristen had her own dance. And kids had their own dance. Joe and Maddie, and I just was like, wait a minute, no, what's happening here? We got to do something. But you know what? It all worked out. It looked amazing. It looked just how it needed to look once it came together. But I mean, just being there in that moment, I was like, what cut?
That was so funny.
That was
She came down the stairs.
She was like, no.
That's no.
It
was crazy.
It came together.
Amazing.
It came
really
together.
Happy, really. So yeah.
See, I had that backstory. That was my favorite part. See there? What happened here? I love it. Let's see. Let me go to the comments. Oh, okay. Someone said the film looks interesting. I'll check it out for sure. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that. And we got us some hearts in the comment section as well. Definitely, you are going to enjoy the film. We talked a little bit about this previously, but again, just to kind of give, I guess, folks my piece on it. It is a film that we need because there's a need for balance. I think in that independent realm where, again, we don't always see families that are healthy who are just dealing with the dramatic or traumatic circumstance. And it's refreshing to see.
Thank you.
So it's very relatable. And I think that even though some people may not necessarily find it as um, you know, it's not a whole bunch of just like rah drama and roller coaster riding in the film. Okay, it's just not. But y'all be tired of that all the time. Cause I mean, I like a little roller coaster ride, but baby, you know, every now and then I need a little merry-go-round. You know what I mean?
I also feel like I'm proud of the fact that it is a movie that you can watch with your children.
Yeah.
You don't have to cover their eyes. You don't have to say, you can't watch this, you can't, you know what I'm saying? And so for me, that was important too as a mother. I have a 6-year-old, I have a 14-year-old, even my girls in their 20s and stuff. I'm your mother. I'm not your friend, so I'm not gonna watch a movie with you where they having all this sex and be like, I don't get down with my kids like that. So that was important to me to make something where if you wanted to have family time, Thanksgiving just passed. That could have been a great movie of choice with the whole family over, the kids running around. You want to watch a movie, put on a movie for them to watch, and the kids could even be in there and stay in the room the whole time and watch it from beginning to end. Christmas is coming up, just the holiday season, the whole thing. Although it's not a Christmas movie, but it's still a family movie that you can watch with your whole family, your grandparents, your mother, your father, the people from the church, the kids, whoever, you know. Hey.
Yep.
So.
Because all the people that want to know when I'm watching those who be at the church, and I be feeling crazy when I be like,
yeah,
well, but this is definitely one of the films that I can feel comfortable suggesting to anybody. Yeah. So anybody can get this. Everybody can stay in the room, just like she said. And woo, child, I be needing that. Don't y'all be needing something a little bit more wholesome? I know y'all do, and if you do, then A Family Divided is most definitely a film that you and your family and your friends can enjoy. We have a comment here. Chanel says, I would like to see more movies like this. It's not typical Detroit film with sex, drugs, and betrayal. I'm with you. Don't get me wrong. I like a little rah-rah, right? However, I need, and I think we all need to have more films like this. Let's keep it 100. Like at some point, y'all gotta get off that roller coaster, okay, y'all? So this is gonna be one of those films for you. Let's see, we got another comment here. Oh, yep. If it was, she said she was just about to ask if it was kid friendly. Yep, so it absolutely is. So your babies don't have to go nowhere. They get to watch it with you. So make sure you guys turn it on. And then another thing that I always just kind of want to encourage when it comes to the independent film world, because of course over here with Tim Telling Tales, I'm a reader. You know, I'm always going to be encouraging people to read books. And oftentimes the books that I'm reading and authors that I support are independent authors. And so when it comes to supporting independent films as well, I definitely want to encourage you guys to do that. We want to pull the quality ones out and make sure that we're pushing and promoting them. And this film is definitely it. So head over to Tubi, you guys. Make sure that you are watching it and watch it all the way through. Because just in case you didn't know, that money come from y'all watching the movies, letting the commercials play and all that good stuff. So like once you watch the movie the first time, just let it play again. Just let it play again. Make sure we see them Fango commercials and all of the things. You know what I mean? Because that's how they get their coin. Okay? So boom. There we go. So let's see where we are. Okay, now we done got down to the part where we already started talking about books and things of that nature. And Renika, you mentioned earlier at the top of the interview that you're an author.
Yes.
You have written books and turned them into movies. And so I got a question for you. Deceitful Passion.
Yes, nothing like A Family Divided. Definitely don't watch that with your kids.
It absolutely is not, right?
Yeah.
Because y'all know that's her other film.
Yeah.
So you can watch that. That's just listen, don't the kids be in there for that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember how I said sometimes we want to be on the roller coaster, and then sometimes the merry-go-round is the roller coaster.
Yeah.
All right. So, but it was a book first.
Yes.
Now let me tell you about this book, right? So I keep hearing all of the wonderful things about this book.
Okay.
Okay, so I scurries on over to the Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't get the book.
You know why? Because I was the shipper and the seller and all of that through Amazon. And I'm going to just be honest. Amazon be on too much money.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I did all the writing. I paid for all of everything. I got to give you all my money just to sell it through Amazon.
That part.
But they're going to send me the email. I'm going to ship it. I'm going to do all the work. And then they take half of my profit. So I was like, fuck that. And I kind of just put it down anyway. When I jumped into film or whatever, I'm into film now, which I am writing another book right now. But yeah, I'm about my coins.
Okay.
But I do have some at home if you would like it.
I was just gonna say.
I definitely could give you one. If anybody wants to buy a copy, I definitely still have some. I'll ship them out. I just don't do it through Amazon anymore because I don't feel like giving anyone for my money who has not helped me do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
I get it. So I do. I really do want a copy of the book. But I wanted you to also just let them know again that you do have actual paperback copies that you are willing to sell.
Yes,
What's probably the best way for somebody if they wanted to purchase a book to get it from you?
Just send me a message on social media. Let me know. I've done that plenty of times. People are like, oh, when they found out I wrote a book, or people find out that it was a book before it became a movie. Like, I want the book. How can I get it? And so they'll just send me their address and pay me through whatever, Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, and then I normally ship the book. It might be that same day or the next day, depending on what time it is.
All right, people. So you heard her. Y'all want a copy of Deceitful Passions like me? Then you go ahead. You make sure that you slide on over into her DMs and you let her know that you're interested. I'm about to pull your information so they know where to find you. Boom. There we go. So if y'all look at the bottom of the screen, this is where you can go not only to follow Renika, but to find out how you can go about getting a copy of her book. Yay, because I'm so glad I get to bring it back to the books and everything. Yay. So, and I'm going to get my copy. I'm super excited because yeah, I got a story behind it.
Your good raunchiness that you wanted.
Yep. See?
It definitely has what you're looking for.
Let me tell you what I always say on my show. I always say, I want my drama in my books and not my life.
Ooh, you say the same thing.
Huh?
I say that all the time.
Not in my life. But in these books, right. Now, you also mentioned that you have another book you're working on.
Yes, so actually I have two, but when
is it one of The Circle?
Right. I didn't do that, but that was one that I started, which is at the end of Deceitful Passion.
Okay.
Yeah, but I forgot all about that. Thank you. I gotta go home and go through my journals. I might pull that back out.
See there?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a book I started. The Circle actually came from my husband and his friends. When we were younger, they was like them guys, and so they used to call themselves The Circle. And so that's where I came up with the name from that. Like a lot of things that I do, that I write or that I may come up with, even if it's not a true story, it definitely has pieces of my life or my friend's life, or even if I just use their names or different things like that, it's going to have some type of intimate detail from me. So yeah, I forgot about The Circle. Thank you for that reminder.
See, there you go. There you go. I tried.
That was years ago, baby.
I do my best. Circle back. I got a few people that I'm gonna have to send some DMs to. Be like, remember when you said that you was gone, right? Remember when?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you was first on my list. I can scratch you off.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. You took me back down memory lane real quick in a second.
So now, y'all, she might have 3 books. She might have 3 books she's working on. Okay. Okay. So, Joseph, tell us, are you reading anything right now?
I'm reading some sides.
I hear that.
Okay. Got you. Listen, whenever I'm talking to actors, you got to be prepared. And let me read another script. It makes sense. Sometimes I'll be feeling like they Scared to tell they ain't read nothing. It's okay. It's fine. I understand. How about you, Madison?
Same. Trying to get this script memorized.
Understood. Understood. So, if you guys had to pick a favorite genre, which one would you say you have?
The books or
Mm-hmm.
Probably fantasy. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm big on superheroes. So not fantasy.
All right. Okay. I can dig it.
Or sci-fi. Fantasy, sci-fi.
Okay. I can dig it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like it. How about you, Renika?
For me, right now, where I'm at in my life, it would be something that's self-help, motivational, something that's lifting my spirit, teaching me something, educating me, or just making me feel more love for myself. But the second one, right after it, would be like a thriller, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Madison?
I'm like half and half. So I like, because I do want to be a superhero. So I read, like, sometimes I will read like Marvel comics and things like that. So I kind of like that kind of universe. But I also like comedy because I feel like life is hard enough. So if I can get a laugh or a chuckle out of something somewhere, then yeah, I like comedy.
I think you are probably the first person I had that has said that they like comedy books.
I never heard that. Wow.
Okay.
Something to give you a good laugh.
Yeah. You know, interesting enough, as I've been doing this, I've gotten a whole lot of motivation from everyone in the film industry. Because something that I noticed is that many of them don't read like the types of movies that they are acting in or making. Like they like the same type of books that you just mentioned, Renika. And I'm like, I'm either historic fiction, I like thriller, and then like a little street literature. Okay.
That street literature used to be my thing.
Listen,
Back in
you
the time,
the
it's
Coco.
the soldier, the coldest one ever, true to the game.
Get you
Oh
the
man,
top-
it had me.
You know?
It had me. When I worked at that prison, that's what we did on midnights. Now that I don't work there anymore, you know, we was reading all night. Well, not me, nobody else but me.
Just her.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if anybody still work there, but she said just her.
That's me. I was reading all night. Yeah, it helped me pass the time a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, now I noticed that. I was like, man, I want to read me something different.
Yeah.
So I've gotten all kind of book suggestions from Red Carpet and just from doing these interviews. So y'all be inspiring me.
I got a lot of books at my house, so if you're looking for something, just shoot me a text.
Girl, okay, I'm gonna be like, just go ahead and send me a video so I can see what
I
you
might
got.
do that.
I will.
Yeah.
I will pick through a library, honey. Okay, don't. Oh, you. Yes, sir. Because I know you got something to say. Your face is lit up.
I also like autobiographies and memoirs. I do like those.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I have not always been into those.
Okay.
And I recently listened to Will Smith's. If you have not,
It's really good.
it's very good. Granny, I didn't read it, and I prefer reading books. Like I like a hardcover or a paperback.
Yeah.
But I went ahead and I I didn't really do audio for real. But man, I loved it. I think you would really enjoy it.
Because I don't like the person's voice who is reading. I need to, no, seriously. A friend of mine recommended a book for me. I went to her house and she was listening to the book and I couldn't relate to it because the voice and the person that was reading it did not sound like me. And I was like, what is this? Like, no, if I was to do an audiobook and I had a choice, it would be someone like me because I need someone to be able to read it in a relatable way to everyone, but I feel like somebody more like me would be able to. Yeah, I just.
I'm gonna tell you about that though. I think that it may be because some people have nice voices, and then you have other people who are voice actors. You know, like I've heard people who have great voices, and then when I hear them read a paragraph for too long, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Not a whole book. I can't do that. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what happens. People, oh, I got a good voice. Everybody said I got me a nice voice, and then you got to read that book, and it don't translate well.
Yeah.
But there are many people who they go to classes and they learn how to do those things, and it's some bad ones out there, but baby, it's some good ones.
That was a bad one.
It's some good ones.
Some of the good ones.
It's one I just listened to, "Dead to Me," by Ebony Evans. And they are like, I would probably call it like a audio drama. Because it was multiple voices, and baby, they was bringing it. They was bringing it. And because I do have, you know, actors here in the building, I do want to encourage you guys just to, you know, broaden your horizon if that's something that you consider. Because one thing that that I know there is a shortage of, and that is Black, especially male voice actors.
Come on now.
Yep. So that may be an arena to consider, because, child, all the books I end up hearing, they be having the same person. Don't get me wrong, they got a nice voice and all, but I'm like,
Morgan Freeman all day.
okay. You know, so that's just something else.
Yeah.
You know, maybe to consider. So just throw that on out there.
I do want to get into animation.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so that might be a good one for you. That will book if you listen more.
Yeah, I'm definitely get that.
Okay, because I mean, it even have music in it and all kinds of stuff. So he did his big one.
Okay.
He did his big one with that, and I'm gonna keep it 100. Jada did too.
Oh, I definitely believe that.
Jada did her thing. So yeah. Listen, I will talk to folks all night long about some books, whether it's a hardcover, paperback, audio. But I know y'all ain't got time like that. And I don't mean to keep y'all all night. I know y'all people that's watching over there on the live, y'all gonna be like, we not about to keep on with all of this. Okay, so we came here to talk about a family divided. And so you guys, thank you so much for coming in and telling tales. Absolutely.
You know, thank you for saving the best for last.
Absolutely.
No shade, y'all. Thank you.
Because you guys, I was just telling them that things have really been going quite well over here with Tim Telling Tales. It's like I need like a little break, you know what I mean? To kind of regroup and all of that kind of stuff. So this is my last interview for the year. Man, we're at the end of 2023. So I definitely am taking it out with a bang. I have.
You went out with a bang.
Listen, okay. I got all these amazing people here in the studio with me. Before we go, though, I want to give you guys an opportunity to tell everyone where they can find you. So I'm going to go ahead and have you start off first, Joseph.
All right. You can find me on Instagram at Joseph G. Phillips, all together, and on Facebook at Joseph Phillips Jr.
All righty. And then next up, Miss Madison.
Okay, you can find me at _Madison Dennell. That's DENELL _ on Instagram. And then Madison Coates, COATES on Facebook.
All righty. And then, of course, our executive producer, Miss Renika.
Chasing Counter Productions on Instagram and on Facebook, Renika McQueen.
Awesome.
Yeah. I know I have a personal page, but I don't know if I'm going to have that too much longer. So I just want to give out the Chasing Counter one.
That's perfect because those are the ones I put in here.
Oh, okay.
Those are the ones that's up on the screen. So everyone, make sure that you are following them because, as you know, they are all still doing amazing work outside of A Family Divided. So you can figure out what they're doing and go support the other projects that they have as well. And then, of course, I want to encourage you guys to support me as well. So if you are not following yet, Go ahead and make sure you are following me on all social media platforms. So Instagram, Tam Telling Tales, Facebook, Tam Telling Tales, TikTok, Tam Telling Tales. Y'all, I am Tam Telling Tales everywhere. It's me. Ain't nobody else out here like me, okay? It's me. All right. So again, before we go, A Family Divided is streaming right now on Tubi. So make sure that this upcoming month, we got Christmas breaks coming up. Make sure that you guys check it out. Play it once, play it twice, play it 3 times. You and your family are going to absolutely love it. And you guys, y'all know what I say. I'm Tam. I'm Telling Tales. Y'all read a book.